6 months, plus supplier pricing for all on new 2026 Silverado 1500 trucks. Together, let's drive Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
Tracking your representatives in Lansing, only on 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, the massive March blizzard may be behind us, but the dangers aren't over yet. We'll hear from the Marquette County Sheriff's Office on what risks are still out there. Plus, we'll see the aftermath in Escanaba as the community tries to clean up the accumulated snow in the area. And President Trump continues pushing a bill that could change how millions of Americans cast their ballots. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Kelly, good evening. It is over. Thank goodness. I can't believe it. Tell me there's no more coming, please.
Yeah, Kevin, good evening. We're finally past the blizzard, the St. Patrick's Day blizzard of 2026, and it's really nice to see some sun shining out there. I don't think it's going to help too much in terms of melting, but we do have some cold temperatures, so it definitely looks better than it is. We have clear skies, so as Kevin said, it is done. We have the snow out of here. We no longer have that blizzard warning to deal with. The temperatures, got to get some more readings here, but we know it's cold into the teens and the 20s. We may have a few snowflakes for tomorrow, but things are on the up and up. I'll have all your full details on your forecast in a few short minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. As a majority of our March blizzard has passed, Marquette County's emergency response team is addressing a number of aftermath concerns. The team is reminding residents to clear ventilation for gas-burning appliances, safely use generators in the event of a power outage, and keep roofs clear of heavy snow. Localized flooding has also been a closely monitored concern around the county. Officials also advise caution while driving around snowbanks and plow drivers.
Most secondary roads are passable. They may be a lot more narrow than traditional plowing because of the vast amount of snow. And we urge you to travel with caution, watching for utility crews or personnel working on the restoration efforts.
Last night, the National Weather Service of Marquette recorded a new local 2-day snowfall record of 36.3 inches, beating the previous record of 31.9, set in March of 1997. Escanaba enjoyed sunny skies this morning, giving residents a chance to deal with the aftermath of the blizzard. People grabbed their shovels, snow blowers, and plows and got to work clearing the snow that's piled up. Although conditions have improved, there's still much to be done, with the Delta County Road Commission saying it could take another full day or more to get all roads completely clear and safe. Many school districts have already announced another day of closures for tomorrow, putting some over their snow day limits. This afternoon, Governor Gretchen Whitmer declared a state of emergency for the county to help with recovery efforts. The declaration authorizes the use of all available state resources and allows eligible communities to seek financial assistance to cover emergency response costs and public infrastructure repairs. Michigan House Speaker Matt Hall is highlighting new transparency efforts while laying out a broad conservative policy agenda. The Republican leader used Sunshine Week to highlight ethics reforms, energy policy, and a major property tax cut plan. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has more.
It is Sunshine Week in Lansing, a celebration of James Madison's birthday, civic education, and government transparency. This year, House Republicans are shining a light on the HEAT plan, a new law requiring disclosure of legislative spending projects.
We view the HEAT legislation as one of the single most transparent actions of the Michigan legislature over the last decade, one that will provide sunshine for the Michigan budget for years to come.
Speaker of the House Matt Hall says the law forces lawmakers to disclose who requests funding and who benefits before money is approved. He claims it will save taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars.
What we did is we forced them that they couldn't get the pork unless they did the transparency.
Hall is also pushing additional reforms, including banning non-disclosure agreements and limiting lawmakers from becoming lobbyists. He says those changes are needed to address what he calls a revolving door in Lansing.
We have to stop the politicians from becoming lobbyists and entering deals to become lobbyists. while they're politicians.
Beyond transparency, Hall laid out several policy priorities. They include rolling back clean energy policies, cutting utility rates, and passing a $5 billion property tax cut.
This is going to save the average Michigander well over $1,000 a year. It's going to be a big deal.
This is lawmakers' last week in the House before spring break starts. They've begun work on the state budget, which they will have 2 months to complete when they return in April. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
The U.S. Senate began debate on an elections bill that is a top priority for the president. The Save America Act would require ID to vote and proof of citizenship to register to vote. But the president is urging Republicans to add non-elections related provisions to the measure. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp now joins us live. Rachel, good evening. What can you tell us?
Oh, good evening, Kevin. So this measure also touches on penalties for election officials as well as voter roll reviews. But the president's also asking Congress to include some additional provisions in this measure that surround transgender rights issues. Despite the lack of widespread evidence of fraud, President Donald Trump has claimed for years the U.S. election system is not secure. Ahead of the 2026 midterm elections, he's advocating for the Save America Act.
By requiring that Americans show proof of citizenship when they register to vote and that they show photo ID at polling places. That's what the Save America Act would do.
Recent polls show more than 80% of Americans support showing ID to vote. But the president is also asking Congress to take this measure a step further, to include new restrictions on mail-in voting and provisions against trans athletes and gender-affirming surgeries for minors. Senator John Fetterman, one of the few Democrats who has not bucked at the voter ID requirement proposal, says the measure has now gone beyond that principle.
Well, they've turned it into an unserious kind of a Christmas tree and attaching all these other things to it, and now bashing mail-in voting. Absolutely, it's secure.
Most Democrats argue the Save America Act would disenfranchise millions of American voters.
Under the bill, Americans would have to run through an obstacle course of red tape unlike anything we have ever seen in voter registration. A driver's license would no longer be enough. A military ID would no longer be enough. You would need something like a passport, which most Americans do not have, or a birth certificate, which many Americans cannot easily find. And if you cannot produce these documents, you could be out of luck, even if you're an American citizen with every right to vote.
Now, Kevin, it's already illegal for non-citizens to vote, but we can expect this debate to last quite some time. Republicans want to show the president that they are serious about taking up this measure, and they want to show him that they do want to move forward with some of his priorities, but also to give Democrats some time to defend their positions as well. Back to you.
Rachel, thank you very much as always. Your first warning weather forecast with Kelly Rowland is after the break. With the worst of it behind us, she'll let us know if there's any more snow on the way. And later in sports, the Michigan Tech men's basketball team is moving on in the tournament thanks to a heroic effort from one of their star players. We'll have the highlights, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
We examine lab results closely. We monitor treatment progress meticulously. But what we see is you. We see how cancer affects the life you lead and touches the love you share. Even as we practice the latest treatments and consider the most advanced options, what we see is how we can provide the best possible care for you. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Cancer Care. What we see is you.
New CBS Wednesday.
I am someone who thrives under pressure.
I'm just hoping I get to the finish line, and I'm gonna cook my off.
The #1 cooking competition show.
Each of you will have to create something beautiful out of scraps. Foods like onion skins, carrot peelings, and stale bread. Take a deep breath. The women crushed it. Are you guys ready to see the scores?
Yeah, bring it on.
America's Culinary Cup. New CBS Wednesday after Survivor and streaming on Paramount+.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Get a new 26 4Runner with 4.99 APR financing. Get $5,000 cash on 25 Tundras or 2.99 plus $1,000 APR cash on a new 26.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota, let's go places. Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
Mr. Mattress here. It's our big winter sale. It's the best time of year to buy a new mattress. Every bedding company is offering their lowest prices of the year. You'll save on every model from Tempur-Pedic, and every model from Stearns & Foster, and every model of Sealy Posturepedic, and every model from Serta, and every model of Shunk bedding that's made special for me. They're all here for you to try, and they're all at big discounts. You'll save on power adjustable bases too. Shop Shunks at Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. We are still talking about this blizzard. I don't normally like to linger too much on a past storm, but this was, of course, a very historic storm. So we're adding on to those snow totals. They only come in at certain periods of time. They don't come in by the minute, but I have a much better idea of those snow totals, which was really over a few days, basically from Saturday night or Sunday into basically last night when it was completely done. So into Wetmore here, which is just outside of Munising, 52 inches. So I remember some of the blizzard warning criteria for a lot of the areas said local amounts up to 4 feet. So we've seen that 48 inches and even a little bit more for some. Into Shingleton, 48.5 inches, Ishpeming 38.6, Menominee 34.0. The impressive numbers don't stop there. Some other places like Lawrence, 40 inches on the dot, Negaunee 37.6, Manistee 26.9, and Iron Mountain 24.1. These are very impressive numbers. There's lots of different types of records that were shattered during this snowstorm, and this is as of 1 p.m. today. I don't think we saw too much more snow, but I would say those are your official totals. You could have a little more, and you definitely could have less on your front lawn. Those are just where those records are kept for those certain towns and cities here. But as for Marquette, this March 15th through 17th, pretty decent amount too, 37.6. The normal snow, 196.7, and so far this season, 264 inches. So we are already really above where we should be. And as for St. Patrick's Day snowfall, I didn't put just the day itself because this is the St. Patrick's Day blizzard, but it doesn't actually, it's not happening on the day itself. So I put the top 5 March 15th through 17th snowfall, and this year takes the cake for this top spot. So I guess this is a new record if we look at multiple days and a St. Patrick's Day-ish snowfall. Right behind that, 2002, just over a foot, 2016, around 8 inches. And yeah, this basically shattered this snowfall total. So as we know, that was a very impressive storm that we're not seeing any more blizzard warnings or any warnings for that matter. Skies are nice and clear of the snow, not seeing too much snowfall, and unfortunately not seeing those warmer temperatures to really help to melt that. So it is going to be mainly on you itself to clear that snow. And of course it can be physically taxing, so try to help people out where you can. There may be a little more snow out to the Newberry, Sault Ste. Marie area for your Wednesday evening, possibly a wintry mix for Thursday, and then that's the last time I can really say wintry mix because the official first day of spring is this Friday. And you also may have heard something earlier today. There was a meteor that actually hit very close to the Cleveland area, and I'm showing you this too because there were reports of people hearing this all the way into the lower peninsula of Michigan. So I don't know, you may have heard it, you may have not, maybe you know someone that did. That was something that happened earlier. We'll talk more about these snow totals for tonight and getting closer to the weekend. It's going to be a mixed bag, going from the 40s into the 20s.
Kelly, thank you again. And coming up next on Insights, a new initiative in the UP is aiming to make building homes easier and more affordable. We'll have the details when we come back.
I'll audit every dime of state spending. We'll cut millions in waste to balance the budget and completely eliminate the state income tax. 4747. Career politicians can't do that. This conservative business outsider can.
Buckle's Party Store. It's where the party starts in Calumet with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brew beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckle's Party Store in Calumet. It's where the party starts for everyone.
When you think Hard Rock, you're thinking music. But when you think Hard Rock Bet Casino app, you should be thinking rewards.
How about that?
That's because on Hard Rock Bet, you get guaranteed rewards every single Thursday.
Legendary rewards like deposit matches, bonus spins, and more for everyone on the app.
Just open up the app and see what you get. Hard Rock Bet, roll with us.
New customers get up to $1,000 back in casino bonus plus 200 bonus spins.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, Craftsman, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery, or ready for pickup in just 15 minutes, conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
There's no looking back.
Don't look back.
I wasn't really looking back, just remembering back.
Remember back.
What do you say we start from here?
With a rifleman.
Weekdays at 3 p.m. on WZMQ Me TV.
First, we'll audit state government and use the savings to help eliminate the state income tax. Then, let's reform Michigan's property taxes. Michigan will be back on top.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. A Marquette County organization is helping residents and builders reduce costs and timelines when constructing homes. Here to tell us more is Lake Superior Community Partnership CEO Christopher Germain. Chris, thank you so much for coming on.
Hey, Kevin, of course.
All right, tell us about Housing Now. What exactly is it?
Yeah, so Housing Now has existed for about 18 months now. It's a public-private partnership housed within the LSCP network that aims to make the pipeline of housing more affordable, but also healthier in the long run as well.
Sure, and you've released 2 free housing pattern books. We were laughing about this earlier.
What is a pattern book?
What is a pattern book?
Yeah, a lot of people have asked us that lately. So pattern books are a tool that have actually been in use for quite some time now, and effectively what they are is professionally drawn architectural prints that are about 90% done. So you can download them from our website, you can take them to your own architect and your own contractors, put the finishing touches on them, and then get building a house. And the cool thing about them is they're vetted by local zoning and building officials. So they've already seen them, we know they align with the codes, so we know you can get through that permitting process pretty quick and cut off a lot of that upfront soft costs to building a house.
Gotcha, all right. And how much of an impact do you think Housing Now is going to have around the area?
I certainly hope it's huge, right? So there's really no silver bullet for housing. So part of our philosophy is it's all sorts of small tools. So supporting emerging developers, working with our financial institutions for new tools, pattern books, better data, better zoning reform, all of those things together will get us towards that goal of about 10,000 new and rehabbed homes over the next 5 years is our goal.
Gotcha. And what would you say the state of housing is right now in the area?
It's tough. I mean, it still is. I mean, we spent a decade getting into this problem. We're not going to get out of it overnight, right? So, but we are definitely starting to see some really promising signs. We're tracking hundreds of units of housing that are under development in the county alone. The state permit numbers are also going up really significantly compared to states around us. So we have some unique challenges up here in particular, but we do feel like we're starting to unlock.
All right, gotcha. And going back to the house pattern books, how can people access those?
So they can go to our website, it's housingnow906.org, and they'll see pattern books under the resources tab. They'll also see all sorts of other things there, so they can sign up to be a housing advocate, they can learn about our events, they can sign up to join a committee if they really want to get actively involved. It's a community effort, right? Housing is not any one person's problem to solve. It's all of us coming together.
Definitely. And what other work do you guys do as far as trying to fix the housing issue around here?
So a whole lot of different tools, right? So we work with local governments around zoning reform. We're working with our financial partners to see how we can get additional state resources to the table. We're working with our friends at labor and builders to see how we can change the process about how building gets done. We're hosting our first Housing Solutions Summit in May. So on May 6th, if anyone really wants to come talk about housing, we're going to have the National Home Builders Association here and also hoping to have some other national speakers come to town to talk about this work. And then if anyone's interested in becoming a developer themselves, we have a network of local emerging developers who are doing one project at a time, and they get together and they talk and they build that partnership to make it easier to do.
Excellent. And what are some of the bigger conversations we should be having about housing right now, you think?
I think the biggest conversation is there's this misconception that housing is being driven by a bunch of greedy developers who are off here making a 100% profit margin off of housing. The reality is they're barely making any money at all in a lot of cases, unless you're building luxury housing. Then you're getting those typical margins that you're looking for, which is still usually 15-20%. The math doesn't math to build affordable housing right now, and so we have to change the math, and that's our real goal. And you have to do that by changing the way you build and who you bring to the table and what tools you have. So it's a really complex problem.
Gotcha. All right. Anything else you wanted to add about housing now, Chris?
I would just really encourage folks to get involved with us, to go to the website again, housingnow906.org. Check it out, download the resources like the pattern books, but also see what else you might be interested in and reach out to us.
All right. Good stuff. Chris, always good to have you on, my friend. Good to see you.
Of course, always good to be here.
All right. We'll see you again soon, hopefully. But first, Mike Lovthem has your sports headlines when we come back. The NMU men's basketball coach is moving on to another university. We'll have the details when we come back.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
New CBS Tonight.
We've got a problem. The U.S. military is buying a bioweapon.
Just focus on the case.
You've been putting everybody around you in danger.
I've been doing my job. I hate it when mom and dad fight.
NCIS is all new. CBS Tonight.
CBS Tonight.
Who's that?
Panama office. They're working a case. You know him?
Yeah.
Roby! What? You're going undercover. Together.
Special Agent Dwayne Pride.
NCIS Origins is all new. CBS Tonight.
Did you know most of what you throw away can be recycled? At Recycle 906, we accept more than just cardboard and jugs. We take plastics, metals, paper, and more. Recycle smarter, bring it to us. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
MeTV presents Potter Poetry.
Oh, pony pucks, bull cookies, horse hockey, pigeon pellets, mule muffins, monkey muffins. That's what she said.
Watch Colonel Potter on MASH.
Hot diggity, hot saucy, hot mustard.
Weekdays and Sundays at 7 on MeTV 19.1. Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Andersen brand products are #1 in quality, and the Window Store is your local Andersen expert for installation and service of all Andersen windows and doors. From showroom to your home. Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store. Andersen is the #1 trusted window and door brand. The Window Store is the Upper Peninsula's clear choice for windows and doors. Now that's a perfect fit. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store. Good evening, everyone. Michigan Tech will meet the Walsh Cavaliers tonight in the NCAA Division II Midwest Regional Men's Basketball Final in North Canton, Ohio. The winner will advance to the Elite Eight. It did not look good for the Huskies on Sunday night. They were down 2 with less than 10 seconds remaining against Grand
in the
Valley.
corner.
But Nate Abel grabbed an offensive rebound, gave the ball back to Marcus Tomashik, and he would hit the shot for 3 plus the foul. The free throw gave Tech a 69-67 advantage. GVSU could not score in the last 3 seconds, allowing the Huskies to play tonight. The Huskies didn't have much to say about Walsh. They were just thrilled to be going into another game.
All right. Play somebody 4 times in your league. I think we're one of the best defensive teams out there, and I know this, they're one of them too, and everything was earned today. I mean, that was physical. I think we were down the whole game until the last play. I think that was our first lead, and the guys just kept believing, kept guarding the next play, and hats off to Grand Valley. That was an incredible basketball game, and I'm just happy for these seniors.
I airballed the fadeaway that normally I make that shot a lot of times, but Nate came up big, got offensive board, and somehow found me on that shot. And basketball gods are on our side there. I mean, shot was perfect and I got fouled. I mean, I'm very happy I made it, and just credit to Nate and everyone else.
We trust him to make that shot, but I knew it was the end of the game, almost, maybe the end of our career, so I was trying to make a play. Came to me, made a play, found Mark in the corner, wide open. It's a bad day for a lot of teams, and, put it down and got the and-1, and then with 3 seconds left, we were able to finish it on a high note.
Marcus in the corner, Tomashik to
Tip-off tonight is set for 7 o'clock. Again, that is at Walsh. Meanwhile, NMU men's basketball coach Matt Makerzak is leaving after 7 seasons to accept the head coaching position at Division I Northern Illinois University. Makerzak leaves after helping transform the Wildcats into one of the top programs in the GLIAC and the Midwest. A 136-win and 73-loss record, he captured 4 GLIAC championships, including regular season titles in 2023-24 and 2025-26, tournament championships in 2022 and 23, and 2024 and 25. This past season, Makerzak guided the Wildcats to a 28-7 record, the program's 4th conference championship of his tenure, earning GLIAC Coach of the Year honors for the 2nd time in 3 seasons. He became the first repeat GLIAC Coach of the Year in program history, and just the 3rd Wildcat head coach to earn the honor, joining Dean Ellis in 1993. Under his leadership, Northern climbed as high as number 10 in the NABC National Poll this season, its highest ranking since 1993. It secured the number 1 seed in the GLIAC tournament and appeared in the NCAA tournament for the 4th straight season. The Wildcats fell to Walsh in the Midwest Regional Final Sunday night. Yes, more changes for the Ishpeming girls basketball team in its quarterfinal contest against Indian River Inland Lakes. That game will now be tomorrow night at Gaylord High School at 7 o'clock. So Gaylord High School, 7 o'clock tomorrow. By the way, Petoskey's game's been moved around a little bit with Flint Powers as well. At the moment, that one is in Lake City in Division II. Several UP youth hockey teams have won state titles this month. The Negaunee 12 and under Tier 2 squad defeated the Detroit Bulldogs 7-4. That tournament was held in Traverse City. The Tequamanon Bandits captured the 12 and under Tier 3 title 12-1 over Detroit Honeybaked. Boys on that squad are from Newberry, Manistee, and Munising. The Dickinson area hockey 10 and under Iron Kings won their state title at Manistee. They defeated Petoskey in the title game by the score of 8-1. The Calumet Copper Kings 10 and under AA Tier 2 brought home the hardware 1-0 over the Metro Junior Jets. That took place at the Calumet Coliseum. The Copper Country Junior Huskies Harder Auto Supply Girls 19 and under Tier 3 squad won their championship 12-0 over Downriver United. That one took place in Grand Rapids. And not a state title, but the NMU women's hockey team is doing well. 2 games so far in the win column for the American Collegiate Hockey Association Division II National Championship in Missouri, both by the score of 5-1, and we will be right back.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Fox Marquette Subaru, lease a 2026 Subaru Forester Premium for $375 a month for 36 months, or get 1.9% APR for 75 months. Fox Marquette Subaru. Experience the difference.
Homes are like family. They keep us together. A Dan Perkins metal roof is a long-term investment that will preserve the space you value most. Each roof is customized to your home's needs, with panels and components crafted in-house and on-site for exceptional quality and performance. Built to last, it keeps your property safe, secure, and comfortable through every stage of life. While much may change, a Dan Perkins roof endures. Stay confident through life's uncertainties with a roof from Dan Perkins Construction.
I want to know what's going on in the world.
I'm Tony.
You can't do that if you're just sitting in a chair reading about what other people have found.
What do you think of that? Why?
There are big questions that all of us are asking. I want to get you the answers.
How are you?
I'm Tony DeCopel. Join me on the CBS Evening News.
Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar. Get connected to your community and your world. Scan this right now for weather, news, video, community events, instantly at your fingertips. The app from 19 News.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Fox Marquette Subaru, lease a 2026 Subaru Crosstrek base for $295 a month for 36 months, or get 3.9% APR for 75 months. Fox Marquette Subaru. Experience the difference.
And a final
check of your forecast on the actual day of St. Patrick's Day itself. We're snow free, but we still have those big snow piles out there. So if you were headed out and about tonight, just be safe and make sure to bundle up. It's still very cold, although we're snow free, and headed into tomorrow, mid to upper 30s for some of us. So we have some rebounding temperatures, and we're trying to get into spring mode, which officially starts on Friday. We'll talk more about that, and just make sure to tune in later tonight for another update, and be safe tonight. Kelly, thank you again. And finally tonight, the Schoolcraft Conservation District is helping the public prepare for spring with an annual funding opportunity. Applications are now open for the district's Community Conservation Grants Program. Citizens and organizations can receive between $800 and $1,000 to put towards conservation-related projects. According to the Conservation District Manager, the grants have funded a wide range of local projects over the years. The application deadline is May 1st, and you can find a link to apply at WZMQ19.com. That's all the time we have for right now. Everyone have a happy St. Patrick's Day. We'll see you back here tonight at 11:10 Central.
Good to be with you. I'm Tony DeCopo. The breaking news right now. Travel chaos.